Hello, I am Caterina and today I'm going to review this book, Heart, A History by Sandeep Jauhar. For centuries, the human heart has remained a mysterious organ and this inscrutable force, And this is probably the reason why Jauhar himself decided to write a book about it. So the book is about what the heart is and how it's been handled by medicine through the years and how we can most wisely live with our hearts in the future. And the strength in this book relies on the fact that the author also shares significant accounts of his family history of heart and the patient that he has treated over the years in med school. So let's now go further with this and let me introduce you to this beautiful story that takes the full measure of the only organ capable of moving itself, the human heart. The book explores how the heart has been used as a symbol of courage, love, and even much more during the centuries, and kind of still is. So, from Renaissance Europe to Middle Ages, the author talks into the history of how the heart shape has become associated with emotions like bravery or love, and even more. So, there's a passage that I'd like to read you from the book, which goes: The heart shape, called a cardioid, is common in nature. It appears in the leaves, flowers, and seeds of many plants, including silphium, which were used for birth control in the early Middle Ages, and may be the reason why the heart became associated with sex and romantic love. One of the main reasons why I chose this book in the beginning and why I still love it so much is the fact that it talks about the emotions and it tells you how they are related to your heart and how it functions. So this is crazy because statistically talking, we know that the heart is insensitive to emotional stress, but be careful because we're talking about emotional stress. Because the author, Jauhar, in the book actually talks about how loveless marriages can contribute to heart disease. So the heart is insensitive to emotional stress, but then it's very sensitive to loveless marriages. That's crazy to me. And there's actually a cardiomyopathy, which is Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, which is a medical term given to the heart's physical deformation, which are caused by emotional stress. And women are usually more affected. And the symptoms are like a cardiac arrest, chest pain, breathing difficulties, and then collapse. And this is crazy because some people may even die of grief. So I would like to talk to you about three very important figures that are mentioned in this book by Sandeep Jauhar. And the first one is Galen. Galen is very, very important because he proposed for the first time this scheme in which the liver converts the food into blood. And then all of this travels one way into the body to be absorbed and then disappears. Then we have Forsman, who performed a revolutionary experiment on himself because he operated on his own heart using a catheter tube. That's crazy. So his work, of course, laid the foundation for later development in cardiac operative techniques. Then we have C. Walton Lilleheit. C. Walton Lilleheit developed a cross-circulation system for the heart operation after he was inspired by the babies in the womb of their mother. So this revolutionary system allowed for heart surgery to become possible for the first time. So what does this mean? That his technique involves connecting the patient's circulations with an adult whose blood keeps the patient organ alive. And this is just how it worked. So the Framingham Heart Study was established in 1950s and also was a very interesting part of this book. At least this is what I think. So 5,000 people were analyzed over 20 years and the study debunked the idea that anxiety and stress were the primary causes of heart diseases. Instead, it did this, so it established a clear connection between the lifestyle factor like high blood pressure, hypertension, or cholesterol levels and heart diseases. Also, smoking was identified as a major risk factor, so cigarette advertisements were banned and warning labels were placed on the packages. So the study's success demonstrated that a healthy diet, exercise, and abstinence from alcohol and nicotine could make 4 out of every 5 cardiac arrests entirely avoidable. American medical professionals face significant challenges as flooded plaque clogged people's arteries, leading them to health problems, of course. So Andreas Grunting What does he do? He developed a solution in 1970s. He created the balloon coronary angioplasty, which involves inflating a balloon that stretches the artery and dislodges the fatty plaque, saving many lives. This is what he did. So I loved this reading, and I definitely suggest it for whoever wants to start a reading on historical medicine and also is passionate about what he studies.